Hola amigos del programa.
Hello friends of the program. This time I want to invite you to enjoy what was that circuit and the final of the Colombian Vaqueria in the Magdalena Medio.
Magdalena Medio.
They're having started in Mariquita, Tolima, directed by Alvaro Bojorquez.
Luego en Puerto Boyacá.
Then in Puerto Boyaca there with Dona Pilar Vallejo, in La Dorada Caldas with Luis Montoya, and in Puerto Barrio with Luis Lopez.
Dirigido el circuito.
Directed the circuit and coordinated by that great fan and good cowboy Andrés Osorio.
Así amigos, que espero que disfrutemos.
So friends, I hope we enjoy all these images. Well friends, followers of the program and the Colombian cowboy.
Como ya nos tiene acostumbrados.
As we are used to the camera and the program to bring us the incidents there to our homes to share with our families as it is shared there in the tracks.
En familia, como se comparte allí en las pistas también.
Also everything that is done, everything that happens there, in those fields of cowboying. As we have said many times, a real job, a job that is the truth of our fields of our farmers, a permanent job, but that we have managed to take it to sport.
Pero que lo hemos logrado llevar a deporte.
Establishing it in these tracks or cowsheets as we have repeated many times, and as you have noticed.
Y ustedes se han dado cuenta.
Friends and followers of the program and the Colombian cowsheet,
Con todos los juzgamientos.
with all the judging, with everything that has to do with an organization to carry the event,
Hay que contar con jueces.
which must have judges of departure, judges of arrival after the planned gate, the planilleros in the head, as was all this circuit in the head of Luisa Saldarriaga,
En cabeza de Luisa Saldarriaga, que es la juez.
who is the chief quest and planillera, and in the voice of Miguel Velez, Miguelito, who has accompanied us and who is also one of the founders of the Vaqueria when they're in Las Vegas de los Alpes, in the hacienda there in Balambo, where 4 municipalities end Concordia, Benicia, Salgar, and Bolivar, and very close Tarso.
Y muy cerquita Tarso, cuando fue en el 1994.
When it was in 1994 the inauguration of the first competition, all this takes us the memory, all these images of linked there with very professional vaqueros,
Porque ese circuito
because that circuit was developing with all in a permanent competition to accumulate scores, because the award is given to the event, for example.
la premiación al evento. Por ejemplo, allí en Puerto Berrío,
There in Puerto Barrio the award that was given in the event.
el evento se
The prizes of that moment were given,
de ese momento, pero con la acumulada.
but with the accumulated prizes of the other valid ones that there were. We were very happy with the participation of the circuit. We had a reception of 4 sleeves at the Magdalena level. It was the first circuit that has been done. We started with the sleeve of San Sebastián de Mariquita, then with the sleeve of Puerto Boyaca, followed by the sleeve of La Dorada, and ending today here in Puerto Barrio, accumulating with many good cowboys from all parts of the country. Each sleeve had approximately 80 cowboys, and today we close with a flourish, with success, this grand finale of the first circuit of Middle Magdalena Cowboys. The average participation of each one of the circuits is of approximately 80 cowboys. Today we finished with 60 to be able to give the awards, but the first 3 rounds were of 80 cowboys. This closing was very tight, only one person was ahead, the others were very tight until the last loop. We finished defining the positions of how the circuit ended up. I want to invite you all next year, if God allows it. We will try to make another circuit, involving more sleeves, and that more cowboys come to support this, which is our Vaqueria, the Colombian Creole Vaqueria. We had a great participation of cowboys, 60 cowboys, all very hard-working. We were divided into 2 groups, one of 40 who were not very far ahead in the circuit, the other of 20 who were leading the circuit. It was fought loop by loop, task by task, to be able to define everything with the coconut loop of the Vaqueria, which is the foot loop, where we got there to determine the first, second, third, fourth, and fifth place of this great circuit. As a cowboy, I was in 5th position in the circuit in the total points. Today was a great day. I didn't miss a loop. Unfortunately, the first loop my Regio burst. If not, I think we would have stayed. We would have climbed more positions. But it was a spectacular day because of the weather, the cowboys, the sleeve. Everything was very good, and thanks to God we reached 3rd place and the best couple as a cowboy here today in this final of the great circuit. In this circuit we have met with a delegation of totally Creole cowboys, in which they have put a lot of encouragement to the participation of the circuit and have us with a very high competitive capacity. We started total with 80 cowboys. In the circuit are 4 events that we have done during the year with the same 80 cowboys. None has been missing. We have been linked totally Creole cowboys from the farms, and none has given up. None has given up to meet today in the grand final in Portobello. In the Middle Magdalena we have been accommodating ourselves in the National Creole Cowboy Competition with the green rules of Guillermo Lodono, and the cowboys have found the ancestral, with what we have always wanted, to sustain the field work brought to the city to the delight of the public. The regulations are governed by being as original in what is ours, in having all their aparitos in leather, their horses a little bit crossed already with quarter-mile, but they are still criollos. They have their ping of criollos, and we have always adhered to that regulation, to the regulation of being original in what is ours in training the new ones. In the new ones they always come with their little Manila appetizers. In their horses they are not well cared for, so lately we have encouraged them to have tamer and more gentle horses, to always do their best on the track in order to win the prizes. Without finishing the circuit, and they are already asking me which are the new dates of the new circuit for next year. That is to say, what is to follow, in the Vaqueria Criolla. This was an idea of Mr. Andres Osorio and all the representatives of the Magdalena's sleeves. We welcomed it. And it has been magnificent, the wonderful reception. Other cowboys that are not complete in the circuit, but have participated. The prizes are very good. This has united much the Vaqueria, and we are very happy with this. This circuit is made up of 4 sleeves: Mariquita, Puerto Boyaca, La Dorada and Portobello. The idea is that as this year we also did well, is to promote it for next year and continue doing it every year. It is very likely that next year we will also include the Cocorna route, because it is a route that has gained a lot of strength, in which many cowboys participate. The owner of the route is a great collaborator. So we hope to have him also for next year, to include it in the circuit. Massive, very committed, very dear. We have Vaqueros del Valle, Vaqueros de Antioquia, Vaqueros del Llano. People make every effort to come from wherever they are to fulfill the commitment, very dedicated. Muy dedicados. Con el reglamento verde, como lo llamamos. With the green regulation as we call it, the regulation of Don Guillermo Lodono, and because we are Creole cowboys, we will remain being Creole cowboys, always with the Regio promoting what we know how to do. The children were very motivated, especially the children were very motivated, and that is what we need, to promote the Vaqueria and the children. The youth and the youngsters were also excellent. I saw them very happy. I would like that next year in the circuit. I would like that next year in the circuit. We link more children and ladies here in Puerto Boyaca, here in Barrio, in La Dorada. we only saw in Puerto Boyaca. There was a girl, but I don't know why she didn't come today, but we need more women, more representation of women. We know that there are many cowgirls. For me, the vaqueria is a very nice sport, because it is a sport where we can be with our family, a sport where we have fun, where we have a good time, where we do what we like, and more than anything we show people what happens in the countryside while they are in the city. I like the vaqueria very much. I have been competing for many years, and always in every event that I can attend with my dad, we always do everything possible to be able to attend. I am 13 years old, participating in the vaquerias since I was about 6 years old and riding horses all my life. It is something very nice. Do not be afraid of the horse or to run. It is not something dangerous. It is only like knowing how to dominate, and it is something nice that if you have the opportunity to try it, and you can do it. Because I wanted to compete with my dad. Because I have ridden horses and participated in the vaqueria very happily. I like to ride horses because I like horses. I have won the cow with my dad.
La vaca.
It is something that is born in me. I really like cattle, I really like the vaqueria, and I feel happy to do what I like. Since I was a little girl, I have always liked cattle, and I have always liked horses, and that is why I make it a great joy to have my dad competing in one group and me competing in another, and to see that I compete and him too. It has always been born to me, not only from my heart, but also from my grandparents. They have always taught me to be a cowboy. The adrenaline of riding a horse, the happiness, many feelings at the same time, and sometimes I feel butterflies in my stomach. Many times I go to the farm after going to study or training. I go to the farm, but I always go with him. I go around. Sometimes we race. We fence, we bring cattle, and we milk. Very good, and you have a lot of fun, and you learn new things. Learn that you don't always win, but you have to keep trying. Very hard, because there are many people who may know more than you. But you also tend not to give up. I have managed to win many prizes to earn the respect of the people and become known. Which is very good, because you feel the support of the father. More or less 14 years ago, I started cowboying in Pintada, with Mr. Jairo Chica. He was the one who initiated me in this story, and since then I am involved here, and things have been coming up for me, and I made this sleeve, and there we go pattern with it. All the circuits have been very good, lady. There has been a lot of attendance of both cowboys and public so far, because we have been favored by the Virgin of the cowboying. There has been no accident, and we hope to continue like this, sir. The participation of the cowboys has been very excellent. So far everything is going well, all very judicious, all very respectful. We are a very united family, and it is what you say that they are tasks from the countryside brought to the city. They have also been good participations. There in the background I have my daughter. She is 5 years old, and there she is already started in the process, and always in every vaqueria there are 2, 3, 4 women. Yes, there are many parts of cowboys that have the whole family involved in the story, and the idea is that this is a sport, that it doesn't end. Well, I would tell them to get involved in the cowboying, that this is a healthy sport, that this is a family sport, that this is something that we from the countryside do every day, the same thing that we do here we do in the countryside every day on our farms.
Por medio de Andrés Osorio.
Through Andrés Osorio, who told us about the turn to the others, and we all agreed, and that Don Guillermo was going to sponsor us in a chair in many things, and Don Guillermo has collaborated a lot with us. Thank you, friend Guillermo. And these cowboys moved through Don Guillermo Lodono. This is a Colombian Creole cowboy. There has been a lot of Creole cowboy, very good result, the people very compliant, and Andrés Osorio has put a lot of order to this, and we have all taken care of it well. Mano, this circuit for me is one of the most beautiful things because we are all equal with Regio, which is what we love the most. The good thing about this is that we are all equal, we have no inequality for anyone, we are all the same Regio horse, that for me is a complete vaqueria, equality for everyone. The circuit has seemed very elegant to me. Well, I have done well. I have not won a prize in the whole circuit, but I am among the finalists. I started here today 16. Today I have tied a single and hugged another one, but we are doing well thanks to God.
Pero vamos bien, gracias a Dios.
En todo el circuito.
Today I had to secure the fourth loop to achieve some position. From a third with the last loop I could get into the third place of the circuit, because I was in fourth place, very even, everyone already has his sleeve, there is a lot of competition.
Muy pareja, todo el mundo ya estamos, todo el mundo tiene su manga, entonces hay mucha competencia. La primera 103 puntos, la segunda 113.
The first 103 points, the second 113, the third 103, and today I have 2 loops. My expectation was to get the fourth loop to get into third place, but I was not able to do it. No, I encourage you to cheer up, this is a family sport, it is a very healthy sport.
El circuito es donde vamos a varios eventos.
The circuit is where we go to various events and accumulate points, doing the sport of vaqueria, linking, stopping and lying down.
4 lazos a caballo y uno a pie. El primero libre.
For loops to horses and 1 on foot, the first free, second obligatory volley, third chipa, fourth free and the fifth free on foot. Well, thank God, I have been on the scoreboard today. If it did not help us much, but thank God we are well. This is a very healthy and very good sport, a good pod, and one likes this.
Hermano, todo ha sido muy bueno.
Brother, everything has been very good. We have taken everything here with the Cowboys of this Middle Magdalena. It is a very tight competition because it is where there is a very high level of competitors, but all excellent, and in this great final we have given everything. Let's wait to see that everything ends well, and we are missing a loop, the one on foot, to define the championship. The truth is that it has been very competitive. We suddenly had a small mishap in this track because the grandstand, as we can see, is next to the heifer. Many heifers are frightened by the platform, but everything has gone very well, everything has been very excellent, very well organized, and we hope that everything continues like this.
En el circuito ha sido excelente, muy bien.
In the circuit it has been excellent, very good. In the first competition I was first with my partner, in the second one we did not do very well, in the third one I was third, and now thanks God the opportunity came and we were first during the whole circuit.
A un nivel muy competitivo.
It has been very good, a very competitive level, all the cowboys are of very good quality to compete. Sometimes one has ups and downs in this, but, well, thank God sometimes things go well. I can say that very well, thank God with everyone. Suddenly, to those who do not participate, There is one or another who judges us, what because this is animal abuse, do not see it from that side that they see it rather as a sport and encourage them that this is good, this is a cowboy family. Well, friends, in the Middle Magdalena Championship was the order established by the good permanent cowboys, adding scores for all the valid, in the first place champion Alexis Arias, second Luis Sepulveda, third Andres Osorio, a cowboy, a collaborator, an organizer, and fourth Diego Florian. The best couple, which is a very special prize, was won by Andres Osorio and the couple Luis Sepulveda.
También hay otro premio.
There is also another prize more longed for, which is the best cowboy horse. This time it was the mare
Montada por Diego Florian,
Natasha, ridden by Diego Florian, a great specimen that was presented in all the valid and accompanying his cowboy.
Hacer todo ese puntaje para que
to make all that score to reach that exposure in the leaderboards.
Un agradecimiento y una felicitación muy especial.
A thank you and a very special congratulations to Miguel Velez as judge and central narrator, and on the payroll and specialized central judge Luisa Saldarriaga.
Así, amigos, que nuevamente.
So friends, again I want to invite you to stay tuned for many cowboy competitions.
También quiero invitarlos.
I also want to invite all the organizer cowboys, and out of those special congratulations, as I had already said before, to continue defending our true vaqueria, our Creole vaqueria, with the real cowboys and with all those fans who have wanted to enter and experience
entrar y experimentar esa sensación,
the sensation of running behind a net, as we have also seen with the children, with the youngsters, with the ladies, with all those people who have come as a family, and as we have always said, it is a sport that has come
es un deporte que ha salido de un trabajo,
out of a work of a reality to become a sport for the enjoyment not only of the cowboys but of those public who appreciate the daily effort of our cowboys,
que aprecian ese esfuerzo de todos los días de nuestros vaqueros, de nuestros trabajadores,
of our workers, of our farmers, there in the Colombian fields.
Fuerte abrazo y felicitaciones.
Strong embrace and congratulations to all the organizations, judges, public and cowboys.
Como ustedes pudieron apreciar el esfuerzo.
Well, friends of the vaqueria, as you could appreciate the effort, the competition, the collaboration, the enthusiasm of all those cowboys, of all those organizers for these events of the Colombian vaqueria.
Que nos encontremos muy a menudo.
I hope that we will meet very often in other programs and in other vaqueria tracks until a next program.
Próximo programa.